People are going crazy for March Madness, or if you're the Kentucky Wildcats, March Sadness.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with that. The college basketball tournament kicked off yesterday with the first round, and sure enough, brackets are already busted in a shocking game. Basketball powerhouse University of Kentucky lost to St. Peter's, a 15-seed team, and the Iowa Hawkeyes fell to the University of Richmond in a very close matchup. Matt Norlander is a senior writer for CBS Sports, and he is keeping up with the tournament. So, Matt, a lot of people are talking about Kentucky. This is a team whose annual budget is at least 12 times larger than St. Peter's. The coach, I think, makes more money than the entire budget of St. Peter's. What went wrong here for Kentucky?
Well, it faced a team that was unafraid in St. Peter's. I said this on the Ion College Basketball podcast overnight. You cannot overstate how unlikely a win this is for St. Peter's. It's in the Metro Atlantic Conference, the MAC, if you will. It's by far the toughest job. Has the lowest funding. You know, most men's college basketball programs, they have a head coach and they have 3 assistants, and obviously all those people have salaried jobs. If you are a third assistant at St. Peter's, you don't have a salary. It is so underfunded compared to regular Division I teams, and St. Peter's, to play the way that it did. What's interesting is this. Oscar Tshiebwe had a wonderful game. He is the front runner to win National Player of the Year for Kentucky. He again showed up in a big way. 26 and 10 was terrific. He didn't have enough help around him, and St. Peter simply never wilted. And this is the special thing about this month in this tournament. A lot of people, understandably, they're not like me. They're not following men's college basketball in November, December, January, even February. But when this tournament comes and it's in the social consciousness more frequently, these kinds of games, I love how this tournament can bring the country together in ways where, like, I'm in Greenville, South Carolina. That game between Kentucky and St. Peter's was in Indianapolis. We had other wild outcomes happening in Buffalo and Fort Worth across the country, and I love that the upset factor of this tournament can shock us again and again. We know they're coming. We can never see exactly, is it around that corner? Where is it going to happen? St. Peter's to do what it did. Shaheen Holloway, the men's basketball coach there, he is destined for bigger and better things soon, and I can't wait to see St. Peter's play Murray State on Saturday. One of those teams will advance the next weekend and make the Sweet 16.
I want to ask you about Duke. It's Coach K's last season. Obviously, people are going to be really emotional, and maybe they'll pour that into the game. Is Duke going to have a good March, do you think?
Well, they've had a bumpy march to this point. I've been following Duke for CBS Sports HQ over the past 2 weeks. I went down to Durham for Mike Krzyzewski's final home game. North Carolina spoiled that retirement party, and then I was in Brooklyn for the ACC tournament. Duke made the championship game of the ACC tournament, but it was bounced definitively by Virginia Tech after getting a couple of close wins. Duke hasn't looked like Duke in the past 4 or 5 games here, but Mike Krzyzewski and the players said yesterday in the day before media availability, listen, we have shared enthusiasm now. The defense is really coming together. We had 3 really good days of practice. How far can Duke go? Well, after seeing what St. Peter's did to Kentucky, I'm not thinking that Duke's going to lose today to 15-seed Cal State Fullerton. But you always have to keep in mind the possibility for that to happen. Gonzaga is the number 1 overall seed in this tournament, and it was losing to Georgia State deep into the second half before it flipped a switch, and then all of a sudden Gonzaga was up 20. I think Duke will get out of this pod in Greenville, South Carolina, where I am. I think it will beat Cal State Fullerton with some ease, and then it will play either Michigan State or Davidson on Sunday. That game will follow Duke tonight on CBS. But I don't know if Duke is going to be able to get to a Final Four in Mike Krzyzewski's final season. Is it capable? Yes. Offensively, Duke is as entertaining and as good of a team, has as high of a ceiling as any other team in this tournament. But defensively, it's got its warts. And I want to see if Mike Krzyzewski one last time can pull off one of his better coaching jobs and get this team into shape and committed on the defensive end. If he can, then yes, they've got a shot to go to New Orleans for the Final Four.
Real quick before we let you go, we got to talk about something that's been making waves on the internet. That cheerleader who rescued a stuck basketball in the middle of the game. I know everybody wants to talk to her. Break it down. What happened?
Well, I was watching like everyone else as this happened here. This is great spirit, great ingenuity, an amazing call by Andrew Catalon on the broadcast, by the way, with this. But I love how this tournament can give us these moments that will go viral. And like, this has nothing much to do with a basketball game. It's just, you almost never see this happen. A basketball gets stuck atop you. You can't. What were they using? They were using the little like the cleaning thing with the broomstick, and that wasn't working. It was really cool. It was really awesome. Those two people, by the way, those two cheerleaders have a lifetime memory to last a lifetime. Really awesome. Yes, this has gone super, super viral, and I just love seeing this kind of thing. Whatever this tournament can provide on the court in that regard. And remember, here on Friday, we have 16 more games.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
Yeah, very
March
great
Madness
moment.
is always full of nuggets like that.
And it's interesting, too. Everybody's chasing. Everybody wants to talk to this cheerleader because it was a really cool moment.
Yeah.
It was a really cool moment. Matt, thank you so much. We appreciate it.